You can use this strategy on Facebook, you can use this strategy on YouTube, and it absolutely crushes. Okay. And so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Andre Gonzalez, and I've been in digital marketing for the last 15 years. And I run a marketing agency that helps coaches and consultants get more clients using a data-driven ad strategy. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to get clients for your coaching programs using this data-driven ad strategy. And so let's get into the training. I got a little whiteboard here for you. Okay, and so the first thing that you're going to want to do is get into this thing called the warm up the oven phase. Okay, I call it the warm up the oven phase because before you sell someone your program, you have to warm them up, right? And so what does this mean? You have to sell them your authority, okay? And so this basically means they have to believe that you're the subject matter expert, okay? They have to believe you're an expert in this area before they even consider your coaching program, right? And so for me personally, when I hire consultants or coaches, right, one of the things I have to be certain of, besides me liking their energy and their teaching style, right, because those two things are really important, is I have to feel confident that they know what they're talking about, right? And so this is what really separates amateurs from professionals, right? Is that the professionals sound confident and they sound like they know what they're talking about, right? And you can apply this to any niche, my friends. And so, for example, say you need life-saving surgery. Okay, God forbid you need life-saving surgery, and the doctor is like some young kid fresh out of med school, and he's all nervous, and you can tell from his body language and the way that he's speaking is that he's not really sure that he can save your life, right? He's probably like, yeah, I think I could help you, right? You're probably going to be like, can I get the older doctor, the older and wiser doctor, right? And now, so imagine you get the older doctor, right? He comes in and he's all confident and he tells you, yeah, we're going to have you in and out in an hour. You're going to feel some pain for 2 to 3 days. Take these meds. You'll be fine, right? You're probably going to get the older doctor, right? And so you first have to sell your authority, right? And how do you do that in the online space? You do that by creating a piece of value content, right? And with your value content, you don't want this to be like a traditional ad where you're trying to sell something, right? All you're really trying to do is sell your authority and your expertise, okay? And so for the duration of this video, you want it to be between 5 to 15 minutes long, right? And so what we do with our clients, and I do this myself as well, is we show our process to get the results that they're looking for, right? So this isn't just a random piece of content that we're throwing out, right? We're actually showing our process to get the result that they are dreaming of, right? And so I call this process content. So when you show your process and someone watches your process for 5 to 15 minutes, and if you do it right and we show you how to frame it, it will become clear you're the subject matter expert, right? And so the longer a person watches your content, the more likely they're going to become a client, right? And so if you've ever had one of your videos on TikTok or Instagram go viral, you know how powerful this can be, right? I had one of my TikToks go viral, right? It went mini viral, like 20, 30K views. But what it did was my other videos started showing up on people's For You pages, right? And so anytime I got on a sales call with people, they tell me, hey, I just saw your video on my For You page, right? And so this set off light bulbs in my head because I realized I could be omnipresent without having to build an email list or group, right? And so this is very powerful, especially if you're not good at sales, because you're basically pre-selling the client before they become a client. So now that you have your process content, you're going to run it as an engagement ad and optimize it for video views, right? And you can do this on a super low budget, right? You can do this for as low as $5 a day. And Now, the cool thing is people will watch this video, and you can then target people who've watched this video with what's called a retargeting ad, right? And so imagine you're a mindset coach and someone watches a 10-minute video on how to fix a poor mindset, right? You walk them through your process, right? With this process video right here. And now you can retarget people with another ad based on how much of that video they watched, right? For instance, if someone watches 25% of your video or 50% of your video or 75% of your video, you can retarget them with another ad, right? And so imagine if your process video is 10 minutes long and somebody watched 75% of it, right? That means they've spent 7.5 minutes watching your video, right? That means they're a pretty good lead for your program. And so what you can do then is you can run an ad that will only be shown to people who've watched 75% of your video where you offer them your program, right? And I call this an offer video, right? And you can target different people here. Here I'm saying I'm targeting everyone who watched 25% of the video, right? I recommend 25% to 75% depending on the length of your process video, okay? And so do you guys see how powerful this is? Right? Because you're no longer selling to a stranger anymore, right? You've warmed that person up with some value content before you pitch them on your offer, right? Because you notice how we get so offended when someone just cold pitches us, right? Most people get really offended when you're like, hey, do you want to buy my program, right? But the way we're doing it is we're making sure that person is a fit and for our program, right? And they've showed that they're a fit by watching one of our process videos, right? And so now there are some caveats to using this strategy, okay? It takes a long time, okay? Especially if you're running a low budget, right? It could take months to get your first client, right? But remember, you're building up your brand and you're building up your authority in the marketplace by doing this, right? And you can do this with multiple value posts, okay? You could run ads to multiple value posts where you're not selling anything directly. All you're doing is selling your authority and your expertise in your niche, right? And so, however, if you are already spending $3,000 a month on ads and they're just ads to get leads or direct offer ads, right? What you could do is run these content ads, because what they're going to do over time is help you lower all of your CPAs, right? They're going to help you lower all of your cost per actions because, like I said before, you're building your brand and your authority in the marketplace. And when you build your brand and authority in the marketplace, you build your trust. And when you build your trust and people get to see your face and see you talk, they're way more likely to take action, right? They already think of all your favorite personalities, right? Whoever they may be, right? They've already built up trust with you through their content, right? So if they were to make you an offer selling their thing, it's like a no-brainer, right? And we can see this happen with Kylie Jenner and even with Ryan Reynolds recently when he did the deal to sell his cell phone company, right? And so what you're really doing here with this whole technique is building your personal brand. Okay, you're using ads to build your personal brand, and that's going to have a huge effect on your business. All right. And so if you have found value from this video, feel free to drop a like or drop a nice comment below, or shoot me a follow or subscribe depending on where you're watching this from. All right. Cheers.